Let's go back down to Melbourne now and catch up with Wendi Dawson, who heads up Melbourne's business network. You're the president there, Wendi. Tell us, does business have enough information from the government? Do you know which companies can trade and which can't?
I would actually have to say no. We're trying as quickly as possible to go through the document of what's open and what's not. But I guess, you know, the best synopsis of what's happened is what you've already shared tonight on Sky News. 250,000 Melburnians stood down. Businesses are hurting here, and quite significantly. My phone's been ringing off the hook this afternoon with comments from businesses in terms of what are we going to do?
Well, we know so many businesses have struggled through the national lockdown. We know some of those were not going to come out of this. We know once JobKeeper finished, so-called zombie businesses would be falling over. Just how many more businesses are going to be forced to close in this Victorian lockdown, and how many jobs do you fear will disappear permanently?
You know, isn't that the, nobody knows. We had the Lord Mayor of Melbourne talk about just a few weeks ago about 15% of businesses she predicted to close permanently within the CBD. I'd hate to think how many more are going to follow suit. And a great number of those are small business. Small business has always been the backbone of our country, and it's certainly very true in the CBD as well.
So how do you expect business and people in Victoria are going to react to this? It's pretty hard to digest it all, what's unfolded in the past 24 hours. What are we going to see next?
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of people taking you up on your challenge and having some direct conversations with their politicians, which I think is an appropriate course of action. I personally, and from a Melbourne Business Network point of view, it's just about offering whatever support we can, access to business critical information, but also a huge emphasis on mental health. We recently did a 4-part series on mental health, resiliency, stress, anxiety, and it was one of our most watched webinars.
Now, we all want to minimise infection rates. We all want to wear masks, socially distance, do whatever we can to slow the spread of the disease. That's a given. But do you believe these measures are unwarranted? Has Premier Daniel Andrews gone too far? Is he going to do more harm than good?
The feedback that I've gotten from the phone calls that I've had today is that it is a step too far. But, you know, from my perspective, I'm not qualified to comment on that. But I can certainly speak to the sentiment that I've heard that this is going to hurt a number of businesses, and quite significantly. When we came into the lockdown the first time, it was kind of like, all right, and to use your words from just before, we're all in this together. But now it's fear. How are we going to get through this? Are we going to get through this?
Very tough indeed. Thanks so much for joining us, Wendi.
Thank you.